Okay, so for this week's activity, you're going to be researching gender and achievement. So the things you could research are how boys and girls learn differently, maybe even how their achievement scores are a little bit different. But what I've asked you to do is find 3 credible articles. And to make sure that they are credible articles, I'm having you go through the library database homepage in order to do that at Collin College. So when you're here at the library page, you're going to go to Find Articles, and that's going to bring you to this page here. The one that I like is Academic Search Complete, which is going to bring you to this screen. Now here's where a lot of people make mistakes. They go right here and they start typing in different search terms to find what you're looking for. Many times that won't bring back exactly what you're looking for, and the reason is because some databases use different types of terminology or words. So where I would suggest that you go is up here first at Subject Terms. And down here in Browsing, let's go ahead and put in gender and click Browse. And you'll notice here that it gives you a lot of different options. And so finding whichever one you want, nothing here kind of screams to me education. So we might go one step further here, gender differences. So we might want that. Let's see if we see anything else. There we go. Gender differences in education. So if you check off that box and click Add, that's going to use their language up inside the search bar here, and then click Search. Now here it gave us about 1,000 articles, which is quite a few articles. So what I usually do is limit to full text, and you see that significantly reduce the amount of articles there. You want full text because you want to be able to read the entire article. You could also change the publication date here. Maybe you want something a little bit more current. And so that updated it a little bit to 4/29. You could also continue to refine down here on your subject. So maybe you just want United States or studying and teaching. So let's do that. And it brought it down to 6. And so that's much more manageable when you're trying to locate articles rather than having 400 that you're trying to go through. If you see something on that first homepage that you think will fit the bill, then that's fine. You don't have to go through all those delimitations, but sometimes those delimitations allow you to narrow and narrow and narrow to get exactly what you're looking for. The other thing that I would suggest is let's click in this first article here. And what you'll see is the subject terms that they're using. So let's say, okay, gender, studying and teaching is what we're looking at currently now. But if you see something that really looks like something you're looking for, if you just click on that subject term, it's going to take you back and again, bring up those articles that were with that subject term. So that's something else that I do is when I find an article that I like, I look at their subject terms to see what else I might be able to click on to find what I'm looking for. So that's where you need to go. So find 3 articles. They don't have to be lengthy articles. They can be short articles. This one's about 13 pages. That would be sufficient. You could find something that's a little bit shorter, even 4 or 5 pages, something to that effect. What I did also provide for you is a link on how you do an annotated bib. So Purdue OWL, click over here, and let's scroll down to APA, because that's what educators use, is APA citation. So you'll notice that the very first thing that you do is a citation. Now, how do you know what that citation should look like? You're going to have to come back up and go over into citations, research papers, things like that. Not specifically over here. I'll show you how to get that in a second. But find a citation for an online article, and that's how you'll create this citation. Then it's usually about a paragraph. A lot of times students might talk about how you might use it or reflecting on certain issues. For the purposes of this assignment, you don't have to do that. So you're going to provide the citation and a summary of what you read. So it's a summary of what you read in the article, not a summary of the source. So read the article, summarize the article, provide the citation, and you're going to do that 3 times. Now, where do you go for formatting citations? You'll notice here it provides you the link, APA Formatting and Style Guide. And here's where it's going to give you exactly what you need to do for articles. So here's articles. And so you'll notice they give you different types of articles, ones that are paginated by volume, by issue, a magazine-based article, a newspaper-based article. So come back to here and follow these guidelines very, very closely. APA is quite detailed, so you'll need to look closely at what these little details are. For example, the title is italicized, the volume number is italicized, but the title of the article is not. So hopefully this provides some guidance for you on the activity this week. And again, as always, if you need anything, feel free to ask me questions via email or through the discussion Q&A.